I'm Naughty Girl Crochet. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. It's Naughty Girl Crochet. I'll have all of the links down on the description box below. This is my second video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. Yeah. So, last time I talked about a couple different whips that I was working on, and one of them was this skull pillow by Sixel Designs. And I think last time I only had the front covered on and maybe a portion of the back, but I finished it. And thankfully that bottom row that I messed up the jawline a little bit, it's kind of hidden just the way that it curves around the pillow. So yeah, I really like this pillow. I got the pillow insert off of Amazon. The one sort of comment I would have is when you're going to make your back panel, don't start with the same number of stitches as you did for the front panel. I think because the front panel where you're alternating, you know, rows and going up and down to do the color work, it got a little tighter, and so I started at the back with the same number of stitches I did the front, and it was huge. It was way too big. So what I had to do was on one side, I just kind of folded it in and then seamed it up. Well, I slip stitched it all together, and it's fine. You can't see the fold. You know, it was a little bit thicker to slip stitch through, but it worked out. You can't tell, you can't, I mean, I guess you can tell a little bit if you look closely, but no one should be looking very closely at the back of the pillow on the couch. So yeah, that was my first finished project. I'm obsessed with this pillow. I want to make another one. I have some ideas for some Mosaic Crochet pillows myself. I just need to find the ambition to try and work those up. This was my first Mosaic Crochet piece, and I really liked it. It's I don't particularly care for regular, I don't know if it's intarsia as well in crochet or not, but where you switch the colors going through. It's just, I don't know, I find it a bit more tricky. I liked this just kind of row down, row back, row down, row back. And it doesn't leave you with a ton of ends, but it's a pillow. You just shove them inside as you're seaming up the edge. But yeah, I really like this. And this was made out of Knit Picks High Desert yarn. It turned out beautiful. I think I'm gonna, like I said, I have a couple design ideas that I want to try for myself, and I'm just gonna use yarn that I have to try and work up the stitch counts and stuff. But I think when I go to make the actual pillows, I'll use some of this High Desert yarn again, because it's pretty sturdy. It made a very nice pillow. So yeah. And I just the lighting is still not fantastic, as you can probably tell, and I can't change the settings on my phone, so then I try to order this digital camcorder off of Amazon. It was a huge fail. It was not clear at all, and so I was like, okay, I'll go back to using my phone for now. And I do have a ring light, as you can probably see right there in my glasses. I'm just gonna try and move that a smidge so it's not. There we go. Because it is helping a little bit with lighting. Oh, it's still in my eye. Jeez. Okay. One moment. Not fantastic, but at least it's not gleaming off of my glasses. Because for the best lighting, it needs to be behind the camera, but then I just end up with two giant white rings. And it's I could take my glasses off, but then when I tried doing that, I could instantly feel my eyes starting to hurt from the light coming right at them. So this might be a bit of a test video of me playing around with the light. I'm sorry if that's annoying. I'm trying to work it out. I think I spent like 15 minutes just sitting here trying the different levels and different light does different tones and stuff. And this was the best tone. I just need to figure out the best spot to place it that it still gives light at the camera, but then doesn't show up in my glasses, because that's annoying. Yeah. And like, I didn't want to spend like hundreds of dollars on a camera, especially where I'm just starting out. It's weird. This is now giving me like a weird red tone. It's like I need to just not move. But yeah, and so the camera I bought on Amazon was like maybe $100. And it was a fail. And I do plan on getting an iPhone in the fall when the next, iPhone 12 or whatever comes out. So I don't really want to buy a super expensive camera now when I know I'm going to buy a fancier phone that will have, the same video quality that I want in a couple months. So, sorry. We might just be dealing with some patchy lighting through the summer. And I will keep trying to fiddle with this light to find, the best places to put it. Yeah, so please bear with me. We are figuring this out as we go. So that's my, I was planning on starting with whips, and of course I started off with finished objects just because the pillow was here, it was in my hand. So I guess we're going to continue with finished objects. And my next finished object is the Skyline Wrap. This was a test I did for Poppy Jo Co. I don't know what the release date is. Once I find out the release date, I'll let you guys know. This was a pretty quick make. I used the Michaels Loops and Threads brand Little Treasures yarn, and it worked really nice. It gets super soft. It's 100% acrylic. Yeah, it was really nice to crochet with. I like the colors. I think they're very springy. Yeah, super cute. It was a pretty quick make. Nice transition piece. Yeah. A little too hot for me to keep wearing it through the video though. So yeah, that is my second finished object. And whips. Yes, let's move on to whips. So, I kind of consider this half a whip, half finished, half whip. I don't really consider socks to be finished objects until they're a pair. But I do have one whole sock knit. It is just a stripy sock. There is no pattern for this, at least I was making it up as I went along. So it's a cuff down, with a 1x1 rib, and then I just did a couple rows alternating knit stitch and purl stitch, and then I did my first ever garter stitch heel flap, and then I just did plain stockinette but stripy for the foot of the sock. And so I did the same color for the cuff toe heel, and that was yarn that I got in a like summer surprise box by, I think it was Lady Di yarns. I'll have to look it up, but I'll link it down below. And then all of the little colors in between are some Row 1 minis, which I'll talk about a little later. But yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is for the second sock, I'm going to keep the same like cuff, heel, toe, and I'll use the same colors, but I don't know if I'll do them in this exact like striping pattern. I'll probably mix them up a little bit. But yeah, this is the one thing I'm working on. The other project I am working on, if you're on Instagram, I'm sure you've seen this. This is, let's make sure I don't miss my stitch, the Captiva Crop by, oh, I forgot to bring my notes. Murphy Made Crochet, I believe. So yeah, if you're on Instagram, you've seen this. So this yarn is by Cozy Posy Yarns, and I had originally bought this to make a design out of, and it wasn't working, and I had 2 skeins of this color, and so I decided to crochet the Captiva Crop. So this is a top-down circular yoke. I'm only a couple rows from splitting for the sleeves. Just a light flowy top for summer. It's really fun to do this as well, because like I haven't been doing as much crochet lately, and this has been a really interesting project. And I am using my new Prim crochet hooks. So it's not coming out super clear. I really like these. I heard about them in a video by TL Yarn Crafts, who is doing a review of Amazon, crochet hooks. Now, I didn't get mine from Amazon because they were sold out, and they said they had no idea when they'd be back in stock. So I went on Etsy, and I found an Etsy seller in Quebec that was selling them. I'll link her shop below. She didn't have a ton, but she had a couple sets. So I bought the smaller set. I am planning to do kind of like a full review, probably on my blog. But I really like it so far. I'd say the neck part is a little bit thinner than what I'm used to, but it's really comfy to hold. I mean, I've been doing a lot of crochet. Like, I started this 2.5 days ago, and it's fingering weight, and, hand feels totally fine. So far I really like these hooks. So those are the only 2 things on my hooks or needles at the moment. I did spend a lot of time yesterday caking up a bunch of yarn to start some more projects. I'm just trying to get a few more done. One whip that is still in progress that I haven't made any progress on since the last video is the Felix Cardigan by Savory Knitting. And that's because I knew I was going to run out of yarn for the sleeves. And so I was using more High Desert Yarn by Knit Picks, and so I reached out to them and asked if, I could get one more ball just to be able to finish the sweater. And they ever so graciously sent me 3. So I'm super excited. So now that I know I 100% have more than enough yarn to finish the sweater, I want to get that off the needles and blocked and everything. So moving on to, I guess this is segueing into yarns that I got. I also asked them when they were sending me this, I wanted to try out spinning with a drop spindle, and I looked around online for different kits. A lot of them were really expensive, or you couldn't get, like, it would be either just the spindle or just the roving. It was pretty pricey independently. And then I found that Knit Picks has beginner drop spindle kits, which I had no idea. So I'll put a link to those below. So they're actually really affordable for what you get. So you get, can take it out of the packaging. Yeah, obviously you get the drop spindle, and you get the, it's called a nitty knotty. It's the thing that, like, after you've spun it, you like wrap it around to then turn it into a skein. And the kit comes with 3 balls of roving. So the set I got was called Lagoon. So it comes with 3 of these unspun rovings, wool of the Andes, 100 grams. And, you know, if you already have a drop spindle or an e-spinner, like, the balls of this are actually like really affordable, like much more affordable than I've seen on other websites for roving. So yeah, I am looking forward to trying this out. Yeah, maybe just a fun little extra yarn hobby to try. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how these colors come together. I'll probably do like some plain, some mixed. I think it's gonna be really fun. And my only other yarn purchase to show you. So I got this, I opened it, I filmed an unboxing, I watched the video back, the lighting's horrible. And then I was like, well, I'm getting this camera off of Amazon, so I'll wait and redo it, and that was a bust. So here we are. I signed up for the Row 1 Yarns Carnival of Color monthly subscription. So every month you get one of these little sacks that are filled with 10 10-gram minis, so a total of 100 grams of yarn from a different indie dyer. So great way to, you know, check out different dyers. Great if you like making scrappy projects, scrappy socks. So this month the dyer was Asylum Fibers. And you also every month get some treats with your yarn. So we'll start with the treats. So we got 2 root beer candy. And, oh, here's my yarn. Then you also get a little stitch marker. And this month it was a little focus. It's a little scheme that says yarn on it. Now let's get into the bag of minis. So the first one is called Drink Me, which is this beautiful royal blue. Then we have It's Electric. Creepy Graffiti. This camera really doesn't want to focus, does it? Bad Girl. Love More. Dark Arts. Pea Soup. Peonies, Please. Ultraviolet. And my favorite of the bunch, Jabberwocky. Isn't that gorgeous? Immediately went to her like site to see if she had full skeins of this, and she doesn't. I don't know if this was like a limited edition like collection or something, but also those are all of the minis that I got in the May Carnival of Color box. So, I mean, that's pretty much all the yarn and whips I have for you this week. Still waiting on my Sewrella Oopsies to arrive. Last time I checked, I don't think they've made it into Canada yet. I think they were still moving through the States. So, yeah, it's not too much else yarn related. You know, I've been just trying to get some stuff off my needles, planning for future projects. And yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, I know. I started moving this morning some of my patterns over to a PayHip website. So this is an alternative to Ravelry for those who can't use Ravelry, where you can purchase my patterns. Because like I'm contemplating trying to get away from Etsy as an alternative to Ravelry just because their fees are insane. So this PayHip is a great option if you are a designer looking to sell your patterns. You can also sell finished objects. But so far I've just moved a handful of patterns over there, so I'll put that link down below. And I really like this website just because you can also set up, you know, like referrals. So it's like if you refer a friend and they make a purchase, you each get like a certain percentage off your order, or you know, if you share your purchase to Facebook, you get a certain percentage off your order and things like that. So there's a little bit more incentive for people to, you know, share your shop. It's really easy to set up, so definitely thinking I'm going to slowly start moving off of Etsy and putting patterns there. I do have a Square shop where I right now have yarns and a handful of stitch markers. I'm going to use the PayHip for a little while and see how I like it. If I really like it, I might actually like move the products on the Square site over to there as well, just so that everything's all in one. But we'll see. I'm not going to make that change yet. So I'll leave all of those links in the description bar below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Again, I'm Naughty Girl Crochet. You can find all of my socials down below as well. And thank you for watching.